you show symptoms of venomous snake bite, you're going to get anywhere, just to start, 3 to 6 vials of this at up to $11,000 a vial. We've seen snake bites in Arizona go over 27 vials for one bite. Most venomous snake in the world on land is the inland taipan from Australia. You don't want to get bit by a taipan. That taipan will give you about 20 minutes of life. Without treatment, you are done. I like to tell people, people are allergic to a bee. I mean, a bee is the size of a pea, and people who are allergic to bee venom can die from it very easily. If you get bit and don't go to the hospital, you might as well play Russian roulette. It's the same thing, because you just don't know how your body's going to react. 3 times a week we go to a couple of local grocery stores. We have 4 stores that actually work with us and help us, and they give us their old produce. We'll go through it, make sure there's no twisty ties or labels or things that the animals can't consume. And this afternoon all this will go out for all the lizards and tortoises today. And we typically get about 1,000 to 1,200 pounds every time we take a trip out to the stores. They can go through that in about 20 to 30 minutes. We have chickens. These were brought here from someone who didn't want them anymore. We don't feed any live animals to live animals at our facility. There's no reason for that, okay? A myth is that people think that reptiles will only eat an animal if it's alive and running from them. This is not true. We have an alligator snapping turtle in the pond here that weighs about 140 pounds. This is an animal that has the bite force of 1,000 pounds per square inch. So when this thing bites you, it will remove your finger. Now the only nice part about that is it will remove it so fast, it won't hurt until you probably look at it, realize it's gone. It'll come off that fast with these guys. There are a number of animals that are here today that are illegal to own as pets. And Arizona Game and Fish had no choice but to euthanize these animals because they were danger to the public, danger to our natural wildlife. We started working really close with Game and Fish, and we said, hey, you know, we'll do this. We can house the animals, because when an animal first comes in, if it's brought into the state illegal, it has to be held as evidence against that person. So in the past, what they often would do is they would have to euthanize the animal and freeze the carcass, and then if the case came to trial and they disputed it, they may have to bring that animal frozen to the courtroom and say, this is what we took from this gentleman. We didn't want to see that happen. We wanted the animals to be alive. So they're here today, and we keep them as evidence, and when the case is cleared, they can stay with us, or they can be shipped to other zoos across the country. We've even shipped animals throughout the world. All right. So we're going to go to a section over here where we actually have some mammals. Sedona. Most of the mammals we have are nocturnal, so they only like to come out typically after dark. So these are from South America. These are kinkajous. They're not legal in Arizona, but in other states you can own these as pets. Again, this is something that someone has purchased as a pet, couldn't take care of it anymore, became too difficult. They called us and said, hey, can you help us out by taking these animals in? So we give them a place here. Knowing that I can save an animal from a situation and house these animals correctly and give them a good life makes me feel good at the end of the day. And then this is our small clawed otter. His name is Mr. Chow. He's the big favorite on the property. He is very loving and very cuddly. He's our big love bug. So otters are very interesting because they have some of the thickest hair or fur fiber than any other animal. In 1 square inch of their fur, they can have 1 million hair fibers in that area.